So Nika Muhl is one of the most popular WNBA players who just, doesn't really play very much. Like, Nika Muhl missed all of this season. Do I think Nika would have played very much? No, especially with Noel Quinn. Do I think her being on 3 more years of a rookie deal in Seattle is a good thing for them? Yeah. I think I think when it comes to WNBA, I think there are a lot of players that are honestly like on kind of fringes where, yeah, maybe they're not quite good enough, but on the salary that she's on, she's absolutely like, she should absolutely be a player that you keep because she's essentially free. Essentially free at the end of the day. But she has been talking about, a lot of people are talking about potentially Nika Muhl going and playing in Unrivaled. People are talking about that. And to be honest, like, Nika Muhl is back healthy again. And I saw this post here, and I want to talk about it not from the perspective of like aha, gotcha, but kind of a lot of people don't understand that, like, most of my viewers are Americans. They don't really understand the kind of way that basketball is looked at, especially from people in Europe. So Nika Muhl is obviously Croatian. And it says here, I'm playing in Europe even if her salary would allow her to sit out the offseason. Said, I think there's just a general stereotype about international basketball, just us having so much less resources and this negative narrative about it in the States. Personally, my dream was never to play in the WNBA growing up. Of course, it was there somewhere, but I never thought it would be possible. So my dream was always playing EuroLeague. That was my number one goal when I was a kid. Of course, in the States, the resources are incredible and everything is just, I always use the word luxurious over there, whereas in Europe, it's not. But our coaches, the approach to basketball, the traditional working out, the traditional practices, and then the fans, I just love that atmosphere. I've always wanted to be a part of it. And, even after spending 4 years in the States, now that I finally have the opportunity, I would never say no. So Nika Muhl is obviously talking about, growing up, playing, like, growing up in Croatia, and her getting the opportunity to play in these crazy, like, people call the Indiana Fever hostile. If you guys don't know, in the very first game Nika Muhl played, it got abandoned. Literally. The first game that the crowd got so rowdy that the game got abandoned. And yes, obviously, this type of crowd stuff isn't good. It crosses a line. But, like, it just shows how much these fans kind of care, especially if you are playing for a team like she was with Besiktas last year. I don't know where she is. I don't exactly know where she is this year. As far as I'm aware, she's still playing for Besiktas, but it doesn't look like she's playing in Besiktas colours when I'm seeing her playing. But, like, she is somebody that is going to be in the league for a little bit, if nothing else, just as a rotational piece because of U contacts. Again, like, if nothing else, she's going to be there because of U contacts. Like, she signed a big deal with Under Armour. Like, we all know how popular a player the Nika Muhl is. Okay, Nika Muhl has signed with Sopron this year. Where are they based? It's probably a step down from. So she's playing in Hungary. Hungary's not a bad league. In fairness, Hungary is not a bad league at all. And are they EuroLeague? Yeah, they're a EuroLeague team. So they are probably one of the top 2 or 3 teams in, probably it's Hungary. It's probably top 2 team in Hungary. And they're playing in the EuroLeague. So she's going to be playing up against good competition. And look, these fans are crazy. And it's funny, like, especially for female basketball players, you hear Rachel Demita talking about it a lot. Like, she, her goal was playing college, never playing the WNBA. And mainly because, it was because, like, up until the last 5 years, the WNBA was, oh, you played in front of 2,000 fans and it cost $15 for a seat to the game. And, there were so many spare seats that Gideon could fall asleep across 5 seats in the front, or like across 5 seats on courtside for a video. Like, that's kind of the way that the WNBA was for a while. And with EuroLeague, yes, there weren't fans at every single EuroLeague women's game, because that's just factually incorrect. Like, if you've seen Kyra Lambert's highlights for Olympiacos, nobody showed up to those games. But if you went to, again, she played for Besiktas. If you're there watching them, especially in their rivalry games, especially in big games, you're going to get 15,000 people at these games. If you're playing in these top leagues, when you're playing the big games, you're going to get fans. You're going to get a lot more fans. And do I think the fans for an average European game is even comparable to a WNBA game now? No. It's not comparable. Like what the Valkyries, the Fever have done. Heck, even like the Dream filling up their small arena. I don't even think it's comparable to that a lot of the time. But I do think that in the grand scheme of things, it is a it's just one of those things where it's a bit different, and especially the way it used to be. The way it used to be, like, that was where the highest money was. If you went to play in Europe, that's where the best players played. Like, everyone talks about, oh, the best team was the Aces in 2023. No, it wasn't. Like, you literally had Nafisa Collier, Breanna Steward, Emma Messiman, Satu Sabli all on the one team. Like, in a system that, like, in a European system. With, I'm pretty sure they had K-Mac as well on that team. Like, they literally had half the best players in the world. Like, there was a year, I'm pretty sure, did they have John? I don't think they had John Quell. Also, that, like, was it UMMC team in Russia? That team in Russia, they used to all go to make their millions. Like, they used to literally just have their pick of whatever WNBA players. You'd see, like, Taurasi playing with Candace Parker suddenly on that team. Like, they were nearly undefeated. So, especially with Nika Muhl growing up, EuroLeague was the place to be. It was the place to play. It was where they made the most money. And look, right now when it comes to the WNBA, that's something that that is the pinnacle. That is the pinnacle now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The WNBA is the pinnacle now. You're seeing, that's why European players didn't go over for so long. Like, when it comes to Josite, I think there was probably a conversation with her and the Valkyries that they were like, look, wait a year to come over. I think that was kind of a call made by both parties, and just saying with Aisha Sivka, I think it works out better for both parties. For these players, they get to come over on the new rookie scale deals, and for the Sky, they can go and bring in a vet for this year, and they stash, and suddenly when Sivka's more ready to bring in, they have a starting level caliber player. Like, the Sky realized they kind of fucked up with Leo Phoebish, so they're hopefully not going to mess it up again. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. Just a bit of a video talking a little bit about what Nika Muhl has said, and because a lot of people are like, oh, why would Unrivaled in the WNBA not be the dream? Where it's like, it's not the dream for everybody, especially if you are somebody who grew up watching EuroLeague women's basketball, which was the pinnacle. That was the pinnacle. That's where you saw all the best players. And especially with the way Croatia is, an hour, 2 hours ahead of me, you're probably not waiting up at night to watch WNBA games because you can see all your favorite WNBA players in Europe. So yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That's the video. Just a quick one. I'll see you guys.